Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is A Bit of Potato, and this is the Tycoon Game News episode for April 2020. Firstly, I really hope you're doing well. This is a pretty troubling and worrisome time for a lot of people. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're staying safe and your families are staying safe too. Last month's video did pretty darn well, and you can help out by sharing this video. It helps out a bunch, always much more than I expect. And also, if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible, check out the Patreon if you're interested. It helps directly. Anyway, onwards to the news. So, Craze is a tycoon game where you build your own shopping center. It pitches itself as the spiritual successor to the Mall Tycoon franchise. It promises 3 stages of development through your journey as an entrepreneur, building the mall of your dreams, constructing, customizing, and managing. And you'll be able to build a fully modular, fully customizable mall and have to turn a profit. It does sound rather good, doesn't it? There's a Kickstarter in the works that was supposedly due to start in February or March. Now that didn't happen. You can probably guess why. At least I am guessing that's the reason. However, look for this one on Kickstarter in the future, and for an eventual full release in 2021. I think it looks good. I'm not a huge fan of the art style, but with all Tycoon games, it's all about the mechanics that make or break it. So I'll be keeping an eye on this one and playing the early release build when it is released, so stay tuned for that. Rescue Tycoon. Build up your headquarters from scratch and design your own masterpiece. In Rescue HQ Tycoon, you build, organize, and manage a joint station for firefighters, police, and ambulance peoples. Manage your resources wisely and master challenging emergencies to keep your city safe. And now, with this brand new DLC, you can protect your citizens on the water as well. This Coast Guard DLC adds a whole new department, a brand new map of London, as well as 9 new vehicles and more in-game assets. Released on the 5th of March, you can pick it up right now. This, I must confess, is a game that I have yet had an opportunity to play, although with the number of positive reviews it has, I feel I simply do have to check it out, so look for it on the channel in the next wee while. Definitely very, very interesting. Good Company is a tycoon management game about founding a robot manufacturing empire. Grow your business, hire staff, automate production lines, and optimize their output. Invent new products and profit in an ever-evolving market. Can you build a good company? Well, it's a challenge, that is for sure. So this is like a classic process management tycoon where you need to balance efficiency, space, and cash to make sure that you're able to run a successful business. Not to mention, you get a super cute little robot friend who follows you around. Released on the 31st of March into early access, this is brand new and just available in the last couple of days. So, I'm going to pepper you with my own opinion now. I've actually played this game a fair bit. I think I've probably sunk about 10 or 12 hours into it. And I would say hold off on getting this game for a little bit. The logistics system is a bit clunky, it's a bit of a mess, and the whole game needs a lot of work to make it feel completely smooth and polished. Of course, it is early access, so that is kind of to be expected. Now, there's a very, very fine line between managing and micromanaging in tycoon games, and at least for me, it's pretty easy to tell which side of the line you're on in this game. The unenjoyable side, the micromanaging side. In saying that, though, this is obviously still in early access, and therefore I'd keep an eye on it, and going forward, it will no doubtedly evolve and improve, and the developers have certainly been very responsive to community feedback in the first couple of days in early access. So that is a good sign for the time ahead. Cities Skylines Sunset Harbor introduces the fishing industry, trolley buses, and a load of different mass transit hubs, as well as some new waste treatment options. Increase your city's entertainment with the Aviation Club and fly passenger helicopters and private planes. Create cities across 5 new maps and build fishing infrastructure to develop your agricultural industry. In addition to the DLC, there was also a free update that dropped at the same time, which added above-ground metro stations and elder care, which is basically a care home that increases people's lifespans in a given area. And both Sunset Harbor and the free patch were released on the 26th of March, and you can get them both right now on Steam. So I've also played this expansion a fair amount, and although it's good, it's pretty feature poor in comparison to previous DLC offerings. The fishing industry, for example, can't hold a candle to the industries from the industry's expansion, which are much, much, much better. And the $15 price tag is pretty steep. That said, if you're a sucker for city building, you'll dig this expansion. Planet Zoo South America pack. This one is pretty self-explanatory. It's the second content pack to release for Planet Zoo after the Arctic pack. This time, it's focused on creatures from South America. Funny that, eh? So if you're interested in these 5 new creatures, they are the wonderful red-eyed tree frog, the mischievous Capuchin monkey, the unique giant anteater, the friendly llama, and the beautiful jaguar. Their words, not mine. I don't want to take any responsibility if your jaguar ain't beautiful. Plus, there's a bunch of scenery bits and bobs to make your zoo even prettier than it already isn't, or at least maybe that's the case for me. And that comes out on the 7th of April. Smart City Plan is a modern city builder game. Plan zones, roads, public transport like trains, trams, buses, subways, and even the Hypertube. Set taxes and policies and implement smart city technologies. Published by the same company that brought you Business Magnate, which was a mess of a game, Smart City Plan is in exactly the same art style and looks to be a very similarly designed game. I can't speak to its strength as I have yet to play it. However, it's getting fairly hammered on Steam presently, so maybe don't get this one. But if you're someone who thinks that they can brave this game, then have at it, because it is now available, released on the 6th of March. Sim Airport has exited early access and has taken to the skies a full release as of the 29th of February. Build, manage your airport, an international hub, or a regional masterpiece. It's up to you. Buy more land to scale out or escalators to scale up with multiple floors. You're in full control in this modern business management tycoon. There's already been a post-release update to the game, and the developers have committed to updating the game into the future. If you're interested in owning an airport, then this Tycoon game may just be up your street. Or should I say, up your runway? No, maybe I shouldn't say that. And finally, we come to Comic Book Tycoon, which, to be frank, looks like a straight rip-off the Game Dev Tycoon model, given that it's only about $5 or your regional equivalent and has mixed reviews. Even though I haven't played this one, I would also say probably give this one a miss. Start out as a comic artist in a small room and draw best comic you can and show off your work. Replay the history of the comic industry. Your decisions will make or break your studio. Create best-selling comics and become immortal with your stories. Well, if that interests you, then, well, boy, there you go. This game uses the same mechanics as Game Dev Tycoon, where you create sequentially better and more technically competent comics, and other titles published by this developer include Anime Tycoon, which looks eerily like a reskin version of this game, and a yet-to-be-released medieval sandbox RTS. Yeah, I would maybe steer clear of this one. And that's it. That is the end of the Tycoon game news for the month of April in 2020. As I've already said, think about sharing the video. It helps out tremendously. Also, check out the Patreon if you're interested in directly helping make stuff like this possible. Finally, check out the Twitch stream if you're interested in coming along to any of the Twitch streams that I do. I do them 4 times a week. You can find the stream schedule just over on Twitch. Also, thank you, and finally thank you to Gabe for editing this video. I think it looks pretty darn neat. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.